Hello. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Jade.
Hello.
Say hello.
Hello, Jade.
Hello.
Yes.
Wow.
Hello.
Yes.
Look, I'm a bit slow.
This is the hello
I've been waking
cast.
up early.
Yes.
You've been up for 43 million years.
Not this time. But I have
Um,
been up since like 10 this morning.
10.
Okay, look, early for me is different than for like
that
you
is very
fucking
early
people.
for you. That is early for you.
I mean, to be comparative here, that's kind of like for most people waking up at like 1 in the morning.
That's insane.
How was your guys' mornings today?
I went shopping for clothes and some comics. That's what I did. I had
What
a
about you,
nice
Jade?
day out.
I kind of had a very unproductive day today, specifically, and
Mhm.
mostly because like.
Do you know how I spent my morning? I woke up at, I think it was like 1 a.m. and I bought $43 worth of bird seed.
That's fucking
And
insane.
then I read some Monster Hunter manga. Basically,
Monster
yes,
Manga Hunter.
Monster Hunter
Monster.
mangas.
Which I
I
will
finished.
say, I will mention, I have recently. Here's a tragedy for you. I got into Monster Hunter and now the controller is broken.
No.
And those two aren't linked, like the controller was already having an issue before. And it was physically painful for me to like play Monster Hunter. But I got into it and I enjoyed it. Now I can't because no controller.
That is very sad. I wish that
I'm
Throne worked in South Africa. Because I would just like, oh yeah, throw a controller up there. And then like
If only
a discreet
Amazon would
buyer.
expand to South Africa.
It does expand to South
They did.
Africa. They did.
They did. Last year.
Last year.
Wow. Can you wait, can you get a controller off of South Africa Amazon?
Probably. Like an Xbox controller, yeah.
Well, you could set up a throne, Jade.
No, I don't think Throne works. Jade tried it, right?
Uh,
I don't
okay.
think Throne works in South Africa.
Unfortunate.
Well, you could like make like an Amazon wish list. No, then everyone would know your address.
Not unfortunate.
Everyone would know your address.
Yeah, everybody would know where to find me. And like part of the appeal of being the rat is that nobody knows where to find
Nobody
me.
knows where the rat hole is.
Unfortunate.
The rat is located in a
A
hole
hole.
somewhere. Yeah, a hole.
So, you want to hear my review of the two English translation Monster Hunter mangas that I've read? Nibble would be really pissed because I don't like One Piece.
You don't like One Piece?
What?
You don't like One Piece?
No, and
Yeah,
Serious
I
says
saw it a long time ago. I've saw up to the arc where they had the fish people, and probably the arc after that.
Arlong
I
Park.
like it. I like how you're just letting that one slide, Riley.
I am letting it
Yes.
slide because like Anseri's got the unique autism taste. So like I let them I give them a pass for their media taste. But if like someone 10% less autistic than Anseri like started dissing One Piece, I'd be like,
Yeah.
Like me.
yeah.
So like
yeah.
what one of the mangas, the bad one, was only 14 chapters long, thank goodness. And it was like
Thank goodness. Oh fuck. What did I just do? Oops. Technical difficulties. My
what
ass
happened?
accidentally closed Discord.
Oh,
Give me a
that's
moment.
crazy.
Fucking dog.
All right, give me a second. Start again from the beginning of the Monster Hunter, like the bad one.
Oh yeah. So thank goodness it was only 14 chapters long, because it was bad. It was made by the same motherfucker who wrote Fairy Tale, and like kind of
Oh,
illustrated. I
yeah.
think the illustrations reminded me of One Piece, and I do not like One Piece.
I love One
I
Piece.
forgot why, but I don't like it. So uh, basically, yeah, they had bad art, bad storytelling, bad everything. They made up monsters and shit, and like didn't really leverage the IP.
I'm looking up the guy who made Fairy Tail right now.
Like not
Hiro
good
Mashima.
stuff.
Hiro Mishima.
Yes.
This guy.
Probably. You're not sharing your screen, right?
Oh fuck yeah, because I accidentally closed Discord. Lamau.
Well done. You're so
So
on it.
that one's like fucking
So
Monster
mean.
Hunter Orang. Basically, that was what the manga was called.
Here it
Which
is.
apparently is the
Orage.
French word for thunderstorm. But in the manga, they said it was the French word for storm, which is not correct. I had to double check. Yeah. The French
There's
word for
not a lot
storm
of
is a completely different
there's
word.
not a lot of crossover between Japanese and French. I
No.
know.
No, here it is. Yeah, according to Google Translate, Orage means thunderstorm.
But in the manga, they said orang meant storm,
Orang.
just regular storm, not thunderstorm.
That's like a translation thing. That doesn't really like
but
need to be held up to so much
thunderstorm
scrutiny.
and storm are two completely different words in
And
French.
are
I
they?
don't know how it works in English, but I'm pretty sure they're two different words in French.
When it comes to translating things, sometimes like there are not specific words to distinguish things. So sometimes translations can be mixed together.
You see, the hardest part about learning another language.
Then why did they use the word specifically for thunderstorm?
Because that word could also just mean storm.
No, it can't in French. Because they use the French word for storm or thunderstorm.
Is there
in the manga,
is there a French word for storm that isn't thunderstorm? That isn't oranga?
Yes, apparently. Let me Google it. French word for storm. It's tempête or whatever.
Tempête.
Yes, tempête means
like tempest,
storm in French.
like a tempest.
Yeah, like temperature.
Yeah.
Tempête. Right?
Right.
But in the manga, the fucking translator note said orang means storm, but no, it means thunderstorm. Like the whole fucking subtitle of the manga, like they got the fucking name of the goddamn thing, like they fucking got the reference to the name of the thing wrong in the manga. Lamau. Goddamn. Yeah, but like thunderstorm would make more sense as well. So it's like even more of a thing. But it's like such a minor problem though compared to the rest of the thing. So the other manga that I was reading, which is much longer, 80 chapters, is actually really good. It's called Monster Hunter Flash, I think, or Flash Hunter. And it's actually really good. Really good illustrations. They leverage the IP. Lots of monsters from Monster Hunter. Lots of it looks like the moves the characters do looks like the actual moves from the game. At least the portable games and stuff. And also like from like the original Monster Hunter as well, like the first game on PS2, which is the one I played.
PS2.
Or the one I started with. So it's
the
really
only
good.
one I've had experience
great,
with myself is Rise.
Oh yeah, you only played Rise, Jade.
Which I'm getting into, but like I want to get back to it once I have a controller. So that's currently on the back burner.
Yeah, and Sarah, you bought me Rise as a gift, and I do want to check it out at some point, but I've been a little busy.
So as I was saying, Flash Hunter, they actually have writing, so that's good. That's a big improvement, and it's good writing too. Good character writing, character arcs, the whole 9 yards. Actual like story stuff, meta narrative stuff. It talks about like whether it's better to rush in quickly to save someone or to prepare carefully. That kind of dynamic. There's also like battles and tactics and shit, kind of. At least around like chapter 20. I'm only at like chapter 20-ish, 20 something. And I think there was some stuff in the manga that actually made it to the games, probably, although a little bit different. at least some imagery of it and stuff.
Oh,
Mm.
Like the wolf
absolutely.
maw skill from Generations and stuff. That was in the manga. That is cool. Um,
I need to read more
except
manga.
yeah. Anyway, so that's my review of the two English translate the two of the 6 or 12-ish or something, however many they are. Monster Hunter mangas that were
Manga.
translated into
Monster Hunter
English.
I
manga.
mean,
Yeah, mangas. That reminds me of the next topic that we should probably talk about. These crazy headlines and stuff.
And Sari, whenever she's here, she like takes over. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm the host. um,
You know those crazy headlines that we wish these were Onion headlines. By the way,
hold on.
so yeah,
You're going too fast. I want to add on to what was said. Like, just
okay.
Riley, are you being too quick again?
not me. What? No. No. I was gonna just say that like I really want to get into reading more manga because I haven't read anything really in a while. I stopped
Oh,
reading Chainsaw Man, and I honestly am not caught up with One Piece anymore. Mostly just because
have you oh,
it's
have you
just
read Akumetsu
I
yet?
have not
That
read
was pretty
Akamatsu.
good.
I think that might be the next one I read. But like ever since
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen ended, and it ended so badly that I was just like kind of not in the mood to keep up with a lot more mangas. So I've been like catching up with One Piece in bulk, and I just kind of gave up on Chainsaw Man. Like I need to find something. I wanted to also read Monster at some point because I've heard that's pretty good,
Mhm.
and I feel like something like a little older.
What do you feel about
Past.
webcomics?
I haven't read many. I mean, obviously the premiere one is like Homestuck, you know. David's a webcomic guy.
I have a
He's
web
sent me a few.
comic on my GitHub. Well, at least like
I've
one.
recently had a webcomic recommended to me.
Which one?
I should do more. I should make more web comics.
It's called Familiar.
Familiar. I've never heard of it.
I wouldn't pull it up on the podcast
What's this
unless you
web
want
comic? I've never heard of it. It seems pretty unfamiliar to me.
to. It's it's an 18 plus webcomic,
Wow.
18 plus
and I
webcomic, so it's
haven't
porn.
started reading it yet.
Mm.
Okay, like look,
Like
it was recommended to me,
So
and it's witchy.
the
It's like
reason. Oh.
the subtitle is like a witch, a cat contract. Like, you
a
know,
familiar.
Mm.
yeah, well, that's what familiars are with
Yeah.
witchcraft. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's alluding to the familiar. Yeah.
Familiar.
I just remembered
Okay.
the other webcomic I'm familiar with is Nimona, but I actually don't know if that stopped being webcomic and became like a physical proper comic or not. Eventually got a movie. I need to see the movie still. Nimona's I think it's called Nimona. It's the one about like they're either trans or non-binary, I forget, but it's like a very queer comic and it was big. Big. Um yeah, I would like to check. After the podcast, show me familiar because
Oh,
in my head
have
Oh
I'm
you
yeah,
thinking
seen
of a
I
my
very
hope
specific art
so.
style.
Brady? Have you
Yeah.
seen my webcomic?
Mm,
Well,
I don't
I
think
only
so.
have like one. I only have like one chapter
If
of
you
it
show
so
me
far.
one chapter, then I might have seen it. You
Okay,
might have shown it in
probably.
like an art channel or something in a server.
Yeah, probably.
But
It's made out of like CLI. It's CLI based. It's a CLI based webcomic. You can actually run the webcomic from my GitHub.
yeah,
Well, I mean, not from them. You have to download it and run it through Python. But like, I have the first thing. Like, I have a screenshot of the first chapter on. Well, it's not even a chapter; it's just the first page, rather, because it takes a while to draw everything in text. Oh well, in like ASCII characters, it's like it's just drawn in ASCII characters and stuff. Lamau.
ASCII.
I fucking made a whole ass like program to display big ass ASCII font text and then I made my own Cowsay program, and then I piped the two programs into each other, and then I
Oh
made
wow.
another program thing, which would open up 4 panels.
I still
And
want to put my
I
program together. I still want like to put together that announcement bot thing. But I'm so intimidated by the process of like, especially working with an API like that.
This is the
your
shit
weird
that I have
announcement bot
no knowledge in at all.
programming stuff.
Yeah, whenever you guys start talking
Really?
about computers, I start to be like the dog's
But
just
didn't
sitting
you
there
say like
staring.
you were gonna practice yourself?
Yeah, but I say a lot of things. I'm a yapper.
You are,
Yeah,
yeah.
you were like you were gonna, right? You were gonna practice it, right? But
I was
then
going
Like,
to, but then I realized that I think I'd probably get more enjoyment out of practicing like my art and practicing learning German rather than like coding.
alright. Well,
debatable.
if since like not that, right?
Yeah.
Then how about an easier topic than programming? Did you check out or get to the podcast stuff I recommended to you?
I want the polycule one. The polyamorous one.
Yes,
I forget the name of the
yes.
channel. I forget the name of the channel.
Chill polyamory.
Chill polyamory.
Chill polyamory.
Chill polyamory. Yes, I watched some of the main channel videos. Just because if I ever want to get into a podcast, I'd rather watch the scripted videos
The
before I check out a
content
pod. Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I watched their video on Hallmark movies and how they deal with relationships in them. But I didn't finish it because the Hallmark movies started to melt my brain, and I literally just couldn't. So I switched to watching the video they did on oh, I forget. I had it on the tip of my tongue just before I started talking. Oh my god, I'm fucking stupid. Holy shit. I in my head I'm remembering is the video that was 3 videos down and 1 up. That's how I'm fucking remembering it because I'm like an actual troglodyte and
Fucking troglodyte.
I'm an idiot. I forget what it was, but it was another good video. Oh, it was Wonder Woman. It was the Wonder Woman video. It was the one on the history of Wonder Woman and how but it was mostly a movie review of like the documentary on it,
Yes, about
which like it's cool and
yes.
all, but I was expecting to get like not a movie, but then again, like that's not an issue with the video. That was just me not knowing what the video was gonna be about. But it was a good video. It was a good video.
I mean, it is a media review
It is a
channel.
media review channel.
It
Yeah.
just is through the lens of polyamory. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still
yeah.
what it is.
It was
At
a
its
good.
core,
It was
it's
a good
still a
video. It was a good video. It broke down like the movie's message on non-monogamy and the relationship between the
Well, that
two
being
female
said, if you
leads.
have checked out the stuff, right? Like, does it make you think about relationships at all?
Yeah, I
Polyamorous
Sounds
was.
like
relationship?
What'd you say, Ansari?
oh, that sounds like a podcast or some like video I would watch while playing Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I mean you can check out the
But I'm
channel.
out.
It's called Chill Polyamory. They make good videos. They're just good video essays.
Chill polyamory,
Chill
right?
polyamory, like chill.
Chill polyamory.
Yeah, yeah. I was
Okay.
I mean, we could bring it up. We could just bring up like,
yeah, sure. You
You'll
can bring
have
it
to
up.
link it to me later. I'm not gonna be able to remember it probably.
um,
no, I mean, but like for the
yeah.
listeners as well, so they can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
like, this is
And I've
what's
also
going
been meaning to watch not the 25 Years of Polyamory. I already watched that one a while ago. But I think it was 30 Years of Polyamory and Sitcoms or something. Yeah, I watched the Wonder Woman
on.
videos there, and then if you scroll down more, um, where's the one I watched on? Where is it? Oh, there it is. The
What
Hallmark
was
movies. There it is.
25 years?
Hallmark movies. There it is. I didn't recognize the thumbnail there. That one. And then I wanted to watch the one that has Blue Paul Giamatti on it. 30 Years of Polyamory and Sitcoms.
That's not Paul Giamatti.
Who is that? Is that not Paul Giamatti? Who's that guy?
That's the guy. That's like a thing from that really bad sitcom.
How I Met Your Mother.
Arrested Development.
Oh, he looks like his name would be Paul Giamatti, and I don't know what Paul Giamatti looks like because the only movie I've seen with Paul Giamatti is the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes, where he plays an orangutan. So
That's
Paul
crazy.
Giamatti.
oh, that's him. Yeah, it does look like Paul Giamatti though.
You've You see him in a ton of things.
Look at it. Look, go back to the photo. Go back to the blue photo. It is him. It looks like him. You don't.
It's not him though.
Okay, but like, give me a break. All right.
Like,
I'm still
what's the
thinking
name of the
about
guy?
all those unfinished
What's the name of the
game
guy?
dev projects.
Oh, it's
that
David
haven't
Cross.
been-
It's the Chipmunks guy. It's the
That's
Alvin and the
the guy.
Chipmunks guy. He looks like Paul
Holy
Giamatti.
shit.
Your facial blindness is wild to me.
He
every fucking time.
Fucking
The
looks.
villain from the fucking Alvin and the
It's the guy who stole the chipmunks.
Mm.
David Cross. I didn't know he was in that show. I only know him as the
Wait,
guy who
wait.
stole the chipmunks.
Wait, is this still David Cross?
No, this is Paul Giamatti.
No,
See,
this
I'm
is
not
different.
alone.
Oh.
She thought it was David Cross too.
By the
Anyway,
way, cool channel.
yeah, good channel. They have a
I
podcast on a second
recommend.
channel. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do
so
want to
that's-
actually that
that's-
new video there that 2 days ago. I hadn't seen that one last time I checked on the channel. I would like to watch that. Why everyone hates Poly Family because it's fucking TLC trash. Oh my god, like my favorite thing ever.
Yeah,
Wow.
Here's their podcast.
but
Yeah,
I've never heard of TLC.
you don't know TLC?
I saw a video, a video essay on why TLC is. You know,
Complete
why it's
like
trash
trailer
now.
park. It's always been trash.
Yeah.
It's like
I've never
slop
actually-
TV.
I've never had TLC.
It's such a good like stupid thing to watch. Like me and my family used to watch all the time and just like make fun of like psycho like.
is that the
Families
network
on
of
Life
like
Swap.
my 600-pound life?
Yeah, but the show I always watched with my family was Wife Swap because we would find like the most insane families where they're like control freak psychopaths who have their kids doing like a million things and then they swap with like lazy family from like the Midwest who doesn't do anything and it's like the funniest shit ever. And they'll like the like Christian families swapping with like atheist families. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I don't know. I don't.
And Hoarders is also good. I like watching some Hoarders.
Relatable.
The-
I watch.
I do like
I
TLC.
have a front row seat to some hoarders every single day. Every time I go
But can I
downstairs.
just say, like,
Yeah.
I despise wasting time watching like that level of trash
Well,
TV.
It wasn't really wasting time because I was watching it with family and having like family bonding time, you know, as a kid and younger.
I guess like maybe, but there's better ways to have like family bonding time as well in
It's-
my mind. Like it
was
that
like a
kind
fun.
of trash TV is so
It was-
trash though.
It was like, well, a lot of it. We also went back and watched a lot of it during COVID when there was literally nothing to do and we just wanted to like hang out. We would also watch Kitchen Nightmares and stuff. Like we would just watch like
'Cause, like, you know
Some old
what
shows.
my mom and I watched? Like
Yeah.
when I was there last, do you know what we were watching?
what were you watching?
8 out of 10 cats does countdown.
What? 8 out of 10 cats? What?
Yeah, it does countdown.
What is this?
So this is a British kind of like a game show, right? It's based on like a different British game show. So there's a British game show called Countdown where basically like they get little word puzzles and math puzzles to do like on a timer against each other in a
Right.
team.
Right.
Now there's a version of this show that British comedians do,
Yes.
and it's like 8 out of 10 cats does countdown. And the host of the show is Jimmy Carr,
Okay.
to give you perspective on that.
I feel like the grammar is just so weird.
8 out of 10 cats does countdown.
This feels like a sentence that I'd have to read like 9 times in order to get right. There's 20 seasons of this shit.
Yeah. So like
Right.
you can participate at home because they like do these puzzles, but because it's all British comedians that are on the show, like it's also just a good fucking laugh.
British. You
British.
mean like the IT crowd? You mean like from the IT crowd?
Yeah, like Richard Ayoade is, like Ayoade is on the show like regularly.
There's a
That's
show that
crazy.
this
The guy
reminds
from
me
the
of.
IT crowd.
Who's
guess I don't know.
Ayarada? What? What name is that?
He's the guy with the hair.
The guy with
Moss,
the
I
hair.
think.
Oh, the guy with the hair. Of course, I know which
What's his name?
exact British person you're talking about.
Richard Iowade. I think
Richard
it's Richard.
Iowade here. Oh, he does have hair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
like
very common in
his
the
look in the IT crowd was this like afro, but that had like this chunk out of it,
Yeah, I can
and
see
that
here.
was his sort of look for the IT crowd.
Mhm.
But he's on 8 out of 10 Cats does
That is
countdown.
a
Like
good
he's been
haircut.
on a lot of times.
Yeah.
You see, you got like Noel Fielding is on quite often. Like Matt Berry, I'm sure would be on, but I haven't seen one with him on. But Noel Fielding's a weird dude.
He does look weird. He looks like
Noel Fielding is a very odd individual. You gotta hear when he speaks.
he looks
I gotta
like
introduce you to this shit.
John Travolta in Hairspray.
Oh yeah, no. But
On
some of these
typing.
British,
Holy fuck! Sorry.
there's a whole bunch of these British.
Why did I imagine this?
Yeah,
His face kind of looks like it.
I mean,
You know what show I watched when I was a kid?
What did you watch?
So when I was a kid, we had black and white television, and I watched South Park on the black and white television. The reason we had black and white television was because my family's fucking poor. Lamar, we can't afford color TV.
You're like a cartoon character, like
We had the
depiction of
Soviet era black and white television from the Soviet Union that we brought over to the U.S. When we came over the Mao.
I just imagine like some Tim Burton ass like poverty where you're just like living in a crooked house. Like that's like gray and everyone in your family's gray and everyone next to you is like bright and like colorful and stuff. That's what I picture every single time you describe your family.
That would be better than reality, Lamau. That's some idealist ass shit.
Like you're living in the fucking monster house.
I wish.
That's so funny though. Little huddled around the black and white TV watching South Park.
Well, my only solace in life is my flock of 40 to 50 birds. That are mostly like crows and
the
ravens
other
and
day,
shit.
you were talking about how like there was a bird looking at you through the window, and it was like the fucking funniest thing you said. It's just like, why don't these birds leave me alone? I keep feeding them. It's just like. This is so funny. Like the idea of like you're sitting in your room at your computer and there's just like a little crow staring at you at the window, and you're like, "Go away."
give me some food. Go away.
Sometimes
Yeah.
they like wake me up in the morning as well. with their
Disney
calls and
princess. Oh my god.
Sorry, the unironic Disney princess for the new generation.
Yeah, no, she's out there like singing to the fucking rabbits and shit and the birds. You gotta like start befriending rodents and stuff, and like
And
stuff.
Siri
I
will
have
be
the
the
5
first.
squirrels that like fucking go over on my porch and they like do these weird dances. Like, I don't know what they're doing. They're doing the thing where they're like they have their arms spread like apart and then they're like rubbing their bellies on the fucking floor. Like they're bowing
I
to
mean,
me or
like,
something.
are we living in a future where Anseridae is gonna be the first Disney princess that's also a nuclear superpower?
you missed what Ansari said, like they're bowing to her.
Yeah. An ironic nuclear superpower.
With an army of squirrels and birds. Our raccoons
Like,
will destroy your front
my power
lines.
woodland critters. Well, my kingdom of woodland critters will
R-
destroy the evil capitalists.
Riding in on a
Like
brown
how-
bear, fucking giant grizzly on the back of a grizzly. God, that's so good.
Speaking of things that are so good, how about these crazy headlines?
Yeah, that's a better transition.
Remember that one? What was it? Joe
Joe Biden
joined-
joins Hamas. Yeah.
Joe
Yeah.
Biden joins Hamas.
If
That's crazy.
I
Hashtag too woke for
Yeah.
me.
yesterday.
The numbers 2 and 4.
was Joe Biden Hamas yesterday or 2 nights ago?
Fuck if I know. I don't follow that shit.
He was like on a motorcycle with a leather jacket and a half-smoked cigar, remember, and like sunglasses.
Yeah, that was none of it. That was like none of it. He was for those who don't know, well, the other night on call, I mean, obviously this would be everyone watching, nobody would know. We were like shitballing around like just the idea of Joe Biden like joining Hamas. I don't even remember why, but it is driven Anseridae mad, and she can't stop thinking about it. she's like exploding with giggles. Oh my god!
Now I remember what it was. It was like
he was on the back of a motorcycle with like a Hamas headband on.
No. What it started out as, like, we were watching something, and then I asked, like, what if there were like little people, right? In like you get little people infestations, so there'd be like Joe Biden, tiny Joe Biden,
yes,
walking around
yes,
your house.
Yeah, we were talking about like yeah. What were we watching that came up?
What was it?
Maybe
I feel like it was probably a Smiling Friends episode.
No, we never watched a Smiling Friends episode.
No,
I think what it was, I think I was talking about comics with David. I was talking about like Multiple Man with David, and we brought up that like there would be multiple people, and it's like an infestation of like multiple man, and he'd come in your house and you have to kill him, and then we're like Joe Biden. And then like Joe Biden and Hamas. That's how it went. Yeah, because me and David were playing rivals. That's what it was.
What do you think of hummus?
Of hummus? I actually don't like it that much.
The fuck is wrong with you?
What do you mean is wrong with me? I'm just not a fan of like
hummus.
sauces.
It's pretty tasty and ramen.
Hummus is nice.
I haven't messed around with it that much. I've had it like once, I think.
You are anti-hummus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you...
I'm pro Sabra.
It's good with crab meat.
Do you condemn hummus?
Do you condemn hummus?
Like imitation crab meat, the real fake crab meat that always says it's like real.
I love crab.
Fish, never fake. But it's imitation crab meat.
I love crab. Crab is so good. I remember one time my grandfather made crabs. He was like crying because of the sound they make when you boil them. Like the air escaping their shells, it sounds like they're screaming. My grandfather started crying and he never made crabs again.
That is them screaming.
It is not them screaming, it's the air escaping their shells.
That's how they scream.
How would you scream?
I
have no mouth and I must scream.
I have no mouth and I must squee.
When you pick up a crab and it starts screaming, music to my ears.
They're screaming and I enjoy it. I'm not even gonna eat these fucking crabs. I'm just executing them.
Oh wow.
No, I'm just picking them up when they scream.
I'm not even killing them.
Just do that.
Yeah, some animals, they do just scream. Like that one classic video, like the guy going into like a chipmunk hole and it's like... You know the video? I love that video so much. Oh man. Alright. Let's talk about some like
what? There's another headline.
Oh yeah, the other headline.
Remember? Donald Trump donates like 50 meters of skin every day to KFC to fund his drug addiction.
Oh, there's a drug addiction involved.
Yeah, to fuel the meth addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whose his meth addiction? I didn't know Trump had a meth addiction.
Yeah, he donates like 50 meters of skin to KFC every day.
The funniest part of this bit is that there's no visual aid. You're just saying like punchlines like you're Rodney Dangerfield. Like you're just saying things. There's no article to go along with it. You're just saying shit from other conversations.
No, you gotta Photoshop these. You gotta make them real, Riley.
I can try making the Hamas Joe Biden. I want to try my hand at Joe Biden Hamas. I don't know where to begin with Trump donating skin.
Just have
I think
those
I can do it.
pictures of fucking those Photoshop pictures of Donald Trump holding up like a thingy, right?
Yeah, if I just need like an image of him holding something up, like holding it like with his hand down, like his hand downward, like he's holding it from his fingers, like draping it down. I need a photo like that, and then I need to get like a KFC. I can do that. I can do that one. And Joe Biden Hamas, I know the exact photo I can fucking do for that.
I like that you have an exact photo.
I have an exact image in my head of Joe Biden Hamas, like what that blurry photo of the guy on October 7th on the back of a motorcycle, like just like one of those images with like Joe Biden like grained in there, like so he looks like he. I could do that one if I like learned how to do like really good photo editing. I could do that one. Yeah, Joe Biden.
Hire somebody on Fiverr, probably.
Nah, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna learn that.
What about you, Jade? Have you heard any crazy headlines recently?
I just know after that Donald Trump won, the next headline is Jade never fucking touches KFC again.
Jade never touches what?
I think
KFC.
Oh, KFC. No, like every day, like Trump walks in with like a bag full of like skin, like it's shed like a snake, like a bag of like Trump snake skin, and he like takes it to the back, and then like walks out with a bag of crystal meth.
They asked where it came from, and then they said it was from his penis.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, he's like the constant foreskin that he just keeps like cutting off every day. Oh God. Let's actually talk about some real headlines, though.
Jade, I should
real headlines.
The
thing.
We only have good things to talk about today, though. We only have two topics that I want to bring up, relating to politics. They're both good news. The first good news is that New York had their New York City mayor primaries for the Democratic Party. Basically, it means it's the election because there's no way in hell a Republican is beating a Democrat in New York City. The last time it happened.
Wait.
Yes.
All of this was just primaries for the Democratic, not
because
candidate. Like this is not even.
He's not the general. Mayor. He's not the mayor. No, the thing is with New York. Goodness. The thing is with New York. It's like impossible for a Republican to win in New York City as a mayor. I'm pretty sure the last Republican mayor was Rudy Giuliani, and he got elected in 1991. So, yeah, no, New York. It's been like ever since then. It's been like Bill De Blasio, Eric Adams. They were both Democrat, and we have gonna have Zoran Mamdani running as a Democrat. He's running against some Republican who has got like no support, and he's running against Eric Adams, who is an independent. But Eric Adams has 20% public support in New York right now, so nobody's gonna vote for Adams. So essentially, Mamdani winning the NYC primary for the Democrats means he's going to be the mayor. And it wasn't just like a short win; it was like a fucking landslide blowout. Like they do ranked choice voting in New York City's primaries. So people were able to do the ranking and everything. And at the end, Mamdani in the first round of voting, which he was supposed to lose in the first round of voting according to all the polls, he won with 43% to Cuomo's 36%. He led with a massive advantage there. And then Brad Lander here. Brad Lander's cool. He's the one who got arrested by ICE. But he's cool.
Wow.
Him and Mamdani co-endorsed each other because they're both cool.
That mention of ICE, that reminded me of earlier when we were having gangster time.
Gangster time.
To BTS.
BTS is so gangster. Yeah, but this is a good thing. I like that. I like Mamdani a lot.
He's not. This was.
He's going to be the mayor.
This is. Like that's the thing is going to be like it's not news yet. Like
it is news though. This is news. There was so much money behind Cuomo.
What did we learn about the polls? The
polls lie, but here's the thing. It's not like Eric Adams has no support, and the guy he's running against Republican has no support. Like he's going to be the mayor. Like that's everybody. There's nobody in their right mind who is saying.
And if he gets deported.
That's not gonna. I mean, like, if he gets deported, then like fucking New York City becomes a goddamn hellfire zone, and Trump gets shot or something. I don't think I could say that.
Remember
Like,
when back in ye olden days when people actually had shootouts with the police?
But like, do you know? Just
Mm-hmm.
spitballing here, but do you know like who the mayor of Cape Town is?
I know the woman. I don't know if she's the current mayor, but that woman who was by the
No,
DA.
that was many years ago.
But that's the only one
Many
you've told me
years
about.
ago.
That's the only one you told me about.
This feels like it would be more meaningful if it wasn't just the primary.
Remember when
I understand like where the issue stands. I do, and I'm sorry if I seem to minimize that at all, but like the Democratic Party in the US is fucking pathetic.
They are. They're
remember
awful.
Like
when
I'm
we
not
got
saying
the
I'm not
Democrat
saying this about any one particular person who's in the Democratic Party, but as a whole, they're fucking awful. And we know for a fact that they can take any win and turn it, they can grasp defeat from the jaws of victory more than anybody else on the fucking planet.
Mm-hmm.
So
Remember
this would
when
feel
the
meaningful if it was a real win, is all I'm saying.
remember when the presidential election happened, right?
Yeah.
And like the Democrat lost when they
Yeah.
were like favored to win, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
Because
there is no Republican. Like, there's no. It's not. It's this. I get that it doesn't seem big because it's a primary, but in New York, a Democratic primary is the New York City general election for mayor. It's been this.
taking
Yeah.
shit like that for granted is
No, they're not taking it for granted though, because Mamdani isn't gonna stop at this. Mamdani is a good politician. He's a
No,
good.
he may be.
Yeah.
He may be, but his opposition doesn't play by the rules.
Yeah, but like
here we are talking about
we're
if
talking
he
about
gets
ifs.
deported.
We're talking about ifs though. We're talking about ifs. Let's
but
talk
they're
about what is.
realistic ifs in your country.
Yeah.
Right now, those are realistic ifs. It is very likely that if Trump does decide that this shit's gone too far, like he could just say the word and like
I want to be
quietly in the
optimistic
night.
though. I want to be optimistic, and I don't want to fucking encourage doomerism at every fucking opportunity. I have been waiting for something good to happen, and I want this to be the thing that is good that happens. This is like, I did not expect Mamdani to win in such a huge manner. The opposition he was up against was literally all of the financial capital in New York, and he fucking beat it. I don't see how he can lose to the Republicans after like Trump has an approval rating of 16%, like negative 6. Like obviously things could happen if Trump decides to just go full fucking fascist on this, and he will go super fascist. It will get dirty. It will get ugly. The Republicans are definitely gonna fucking try their best to obstruct him. But I want to be positive about it. I want to be optimistic about it. I don't want to be, he's just gonna get deported, right? I want to be optimistic about it.
As well, when we were watching BTS, and I commented that like South Korean is such a gangster language.
I still don't know what you mean by that. I have,
So,
I have absolutely
basically,
zero
like,
understanding what you mean by that.
the clothes that they were wearing, that's
Yeah,
like the common
streetwear.
street clothes. Yeah,
Yeah.
streetwear stuff you see people wear on the street. I said that like it's the kind of thing I'd expect someone like I see people wearing when like they get deported, right? So
Mhm.
so like if you want to get immune to deportations, right? So just don't wear clothes.
No.
I
This is
don't.
why I'm immune to
It's why you what?
deportation. What?
What?
I only wear like natively culturally appropriate loincloths.
Relatable. Anyway, what's the next thing you were gonna bring up?
This one, I'm actually really curious because I didn't know Anseridae was going to join us today for this podcast. But this one, I'm actually really excited to see your reaction for Anseridae. You too, Jade. I was because like this is really fun to me. So this one involves a little bit of having explaining to do in terms of like politics. Because last week we talked about how America was possibly going to America was going to be possibly getting involved in the Israel conflict in Iran. And like the day we uploaded, like what always happens is as soon as we upload, shit happens. America fired missiles at Iran, and they supposedly destroyed the Iranian nuclear capabilities. And it's supposed because there's been like leaks from the Pentagon that we only delayed it by 6 months. But Israeli intelligence is saying that it's completely eradicated, right? And Trump really wants to be the guy who's like the big peacemaker. He wants to like end the conflict. He wants a Nobel Peace Prize, right? That's what he wants because he got nominated for that by Pakistan. He wants his Nobel Peace Prize. And now Israel is already breaking the ceasefire that happened because they're Israel and they love breaking ceasefires. They love this. So while Trump was walking to like a helicopter or some shit in the White House, he was asked by the press, I implore you not to look at the title of this clip so that the fucking punchline for it is not spoiled for you. Actually, I'm going to try bringing it in without you seeing the title.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. They violated, but Israel violated it too. Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
So, as it turns out, I have seen that clip.
Aw. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I remain unimpressed.
It's just funny.
That was not real.
It is real. He's angry. That's what it is. He's angry. He's really that's like Trump.
That's crazy.
Is a guy who has
He's
a very
fucking 3-year-old who's throwing.
He's a
toys
3-year-old.
out the
He's a
car.
3-year-old. But he's a guy who's always consistent when he's not like when he keeps like a constant like energy, right? It's easy to tell when he's mad because he fucking acts like a baby. That's him acting like a baby.
Is it really bad that that's like the first straight like actual strung together sentence in the English language I've seen from this
That
motherfucker
actually-
since the
it
beginning
actually-
of his goddamn presidency?
It actually was. Yeah, that was actually if you took
That is
that
the
if you
first
took
time
that
he's
video
ever spoken a human sentence.
if you took that video
Yeah.
as the only example of him speaking as president, you would think that he's just normal. Because that's the
Yeah.
most coherent he's ever been, and it's because he's angry. It's because he's genuinely pissed off that he's not going to get his Nobel Peace Prize because they've been calling it the
but here's-
12-day war and shit, and he's going to
here's-
lose his PR.
Here's the other side of it though. This is fat coming from a motherfucker who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Exactly! That's why it's so funny!
Like he's talking about these countries, talking about not knowing what the fuck they're doing. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He hired an alcoholic to take over the military.
I'd
An
like to add to
alcoholic
that.
TV presenter.
I'd like to add to that. You guys know what the best way to like in general like get a whole bunch of support for Iran, right?
Yeah.
Is to launch missiles at Iran. And guess what Donald Trump did?
He launched missiles at Iran.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the other thing, right? Like just to take it a step further. Who am I gonna hire for my like national intelligence? I know
A
an
Russian,
actual Russian spy. You fucking what?
Oh,
So,
that's so
like,
good.
What the fuck is there supposed to be said about like the American presidency right now? It's a guy who's got the nuclear codes who doesn't understand how a goddamn microphone works.
Oh man, it's such a good clip though, because like you rarely hear him swear, you rarely hear him drop an F-bomb, and the way he leans into it, he goes, "They don't know what the fuck they're doing," and then he walks off. That's the end of the clip. He just walks off. It's such a good clip. Holy shit. That's like up there with like I did everything right and they indicted me, like a soundbite from Trump that I'm gonna be thinking about and holding to my heart until he died.
Do you think
until
he
after
actually
this.
rehearsed that little speech that crashed
No,
out?
no. He was, that's like on the spot, like anger. Like he hates Iran, obviously. He doesn't like Iran. And I think he started like he had it earlier too, like with Russia. Remember that Truth Social post where he was like, Vladimir, stop, on Truth Social, which is also fucking classic. Which is also just thinking about like that like image of the dog with its hands out, like stop fighting. Oh, it's so good. He's starting to be disrespected by all the dictators that he was friends with, and it's really making him angry. It's like he's getting kicked out of his friend group. It's really funny to watch.
Yeah, because he was the one that couldn't be a dictator, and now like he's trying to be a dictator, and
He's
all his
really
dictator
sad.
friends are like, "Is this what you call dictatorship?"
Yeah, they always used him as a puppet because America, like getting him as an in into American, like the deep state of America and shit, and the government was like always the plan. They always wanted to compromise like American like security and intelligence by infiltrating it through Trump. That's why, like you mentioned, Tulsi Gabbard, the actual Russian agent, who's now the head of our, like this intelligence, like yeah, that was always the goal, was to compromise America from within through Trump. That was what they wanted, and they won because Trump's a fucking idiot.
Well, if they wanted to compromise America's intelligence, putting the fucking least intelligent person in charge seems like the way to go.
Oh god,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, look, there's like all of this news is going on, and then like, have you even looked at what like RFK has been doing?
I actually have not had a chance to look at what RFK has been up to. I mean,
Exactly.
if something has happened, are you saying anything specific that happened recently, or like just in general, what he's been doing?
All of it, all
Well,
of the
'cause-
above, things
okay.
that have happened recently and things he's doing in general.
I know of what he's been doing, but I don't know if I don't know anything that has happened within the past few days. I don't, if that's what you mean. Like I haven't seen anything recent, but I know about his general, like what he's been
there was
doing.
him firing like the vaccine.
Yeah,
Council,
he's
people
been
who
yeah.
basically decide what
They
vaccines.
they took COVID off of like necessary vaccines, I'm pretty sure. And a bunch of other, like they rolled back a lot of
Yeah,
other vaccine stuff.
They canceled the flu shot, basically.
Yes. Yeah, they did a lot of shit. They did a lot of bad shit.
Yes, and they're
Captain
continuing to
fucking-
do so.
Yeah.
He's like the horseman of plague. But like,
He really is. He really is like
So,
a manga villain.
fucking
but
bubonic
what I'm
plague,
basically saying is like shit's fucked.
Shit is fucked.
What are we supposed to do? We can't keep covering it.
Laugh in the face of it. I don't know. Big chillin'. Play like video games and masturbate. I don't know.
I do at least one of those. It's way too much.
We could
I
try
do them
coming up
both.
with more fake onion
You can
headlines.
sit here and brainstorm, and we'll we'll listen. We'll listen to what you speech.
The thing is, like, they don't really come if you like just try brainstorming, you know.
They gotta
gotta
come
have
naturally.
Yeah.
Hunter Biden
That's when
turns
they
to
come
smoke
the
on
hardest.
camera.
What happened?
Hunter Biden turns into smoke on camera and disappears. Watch brand new footage of screaming skeleton exploded. I don't know. I give up.
Exactly.
Trump awards Nobel Peace Prize to Martians on the White House lawn.
You know, I think this might be what Trump thinks he's doing some days.
I really think that he has no
Especially
idea
when he's
what's
putting
happening.
up the biggest polls, the best polls.
He really is like an example of like elder abuse. Like he really is. They're elder abusing the fuck out of him. Like they're just waiting until he dies.
Yeah.
Like wheeling him around the White House. Oh man. Oh
I
man.
think it's like a weekend at Bernie's, and that's why his speech has changed recently.
What do you think about the alternate reality where like Donald Trump, instead of having Elon Musk standing over his desk during press conferences, he has Jeffrey Epstein standing there?
That's so funny. That's so funny. Because that also implies because it's not like Jeffrey Epstein wasn't known as a pedophile until like semi recently. He was kind of like always known as like a pedophile. It was something that like everyone kind of knew about him. If you knew who he was, you knew that he was like the sex weird fuck guy who everyone knew. So like just in a world where he's just like optics don't exist. That's funny.
I mean, like, you had the breeder cult guy. Elon Musk is literally like trying to start a breeder cult.
Yeah, we love breeding cults. Oh man.
So that's who you have standing next to your president.
Well, not anymore.
You got
Remember,
the
Elon
Alcoholic
left.
TV presenter. Fuck all of them. Fuck
Elon
all of
was
them.
fired. Lamau.
Can you how inspiring this all is to me?
Well, I mean, I'm in good spirits today. I'm in a good mood today. You know.
Did they ever bring back USAID? Or is
No,
that still
USAID is still gone. USAID is still gone. Yeah. We're still letting like small African children in the Sahel starve to death.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if
it's
Iran
not even just that. Like
feeds the African children, you know, that
there
would
were
be
clinics here that were funded with USAID.
Yeah.
Like,
It was a very
Iran has
important
people
service.
came up to the clinic and we just told, sorry, nothing we can do, doors closed. Like people who had appointments and stuff.
Yeah.
There was video footage of people being like turned away at the door to being told like, hey, like we're just
Yeah,
closed.
it's fucking it's
The
awful.
medication you were relying on to like keep you alive, by the way.
Yeah.
It's behind those doors. But
We can't
they
give it
don't
to
pay
you
to open
because
doors.
America elected Nazis. Shit out of luck.
Yeah.
It's
So
awful.
you gotta go sit in the
I think
corner and
it's at
die
the
now.
point where we like the average American actually wants a foreign power to invade.
It kind
stuff.
of, I have thought about it a lot.
Yeah.
Like I have thought about the scenario of seeing a Canadian tank roll through my neighborhood a few times.
Yeah.
What if you get invaded by like Namibia?
I
Namibia?
fucking take out pretty
The
much almost
sand?
anybody at this
You
point.
mean like a sandstorm coming into town?
Hey, remember my Magic the Gathering deck?
Oh yeah, that's Namibia. Call it the
You
Namibia
haven't
deck.
even played against the updated version.
I
of
haven't
that
gone against the
deck.
updated version. I think I'm like avoiding
I've
it on
been
purpose.
updating it for years. Well, I haven't been playing fucking like Magic the Gathering.
I haven't
like,
honestly
I spent
either.
like a few months straight updating the shit out of it till it was like basically perfect, and then after a while I stopped playing Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, I haven't touched it in a bit. I've mostly just been watching Magic videos, but not actually playing the game.
You got actual cards.
I do have actual cards. Yeah, I've been meaning to head to a card shop, but I think I've just like had more fun
They
going to
need
the comic
add a
store.
win button where you just win.
Well, there are several cards that just let you win.
Yeah, but without playing any cards down, because you could lose if you're actually in the game, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, like the imagining America getting invaded. I'm learning German so that way when the NATO forces come and liberate America, I can like flag down the troops and like be like, "Du sprichst Deutsch?"
I heard well I saw some like fucking thumbnails and some videos on my subscription feed, but I haven't had a chance to watch them yet. But Apparently, Trump's trying to like force more military industrial complex
Of course he is.
on the NATO
Oh, the president of
Oh, yes!
Phoenix.
I guess I did see that. Yeah, he
Yeah.
there was that text message that came from the America's head guy at NATO, where he was like, "Thank you, Trump. Everyone here at NATO is going to be giving 5% more to the NATO surplus fund or whatever the fuck." I saw that. Yeah.
Do you know what I see in my feed? Like, I don't look at my subscriptions feed specifically, but more my recommendations. And do you know what I see every single day in my recommendations at least once?
What do you
A
see?
big green snake?
Karen Levitt caught out in lie.
Yeah.
Every single day, a new video.
Yeah, she loves
A new
lying
video of what?
and getting caught in
Oh.
lies. It's so funny. She's such a
Trump lying?
yeah. Carolyn Levitt. She's the U.S. press secretary. You literally tune into any second of the U.S. press conferences, and she's lying.
Wow.
Like everything she says is a lie, and half of the things she says gets called out, and like she just answers with another lie. It is so funny.
Remember that?
I wonder if she was asked what color is the sky, what the fuck she would say.
The color of the sky
She would
is
say that
America.
the color of the sky is is going to be decided by Donald Trump. He will be signing an order today to determine the color of the sky. Like
Literally 1984.
every single day, though, there's a new video of her, like Carolyn Levitt in a lie. Carolyn Levitt caught out. Carolyn Levitt caught lying. Like every single day, there's a brand new video of like Carolyn
They
Levitt
hire a
saying
pathological liar with no filter. Oh my god.
She's really smart though. That's the thing. So like,
is she?
I think she is, because like, she's never like, because like I feel like the that Biden press secretary lady, she was an idiot. That most recent one, like I feel like she's kind of dumb. She has a book. She released a book because she's a grifter, and like all Democrats who are grifters love releasing books about their fucking time in the White House. I'm working for like the White House and shit. So like she was kind of an idiot. She would never really like come up with like good retorts. But Carolyn Levitt is like a smart evil person, you know. Like like mostly you'd see it in her responses to the press how they're still lies, but like they're not just like memorized off a fucking spreadsheet or some shit. They're like, yeah, and you're fucking like a bitch. They say to the reporter or something. God, and also
Remember that time? Yeah.
oh, I was just gonna say like the entire White House press room is like all the people there for newspapers are all like right wing shills and shit, and like podcasters.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
You know what that this gives me the image of like Carolyn Levitt as a goblin climbing up a tree.
Holy shit! Did you get
Goes-
someone's name right, Anseridae?
What?
Did you get someone's name right? This never
I mean,
happens.
I heard it. Like I thought
Not like
I heard you say Carolyn Levitt, so I assume that's how you pronounce it.
no. It's just you always
Yeah.
have like funny
But,
little
like,
pronunciations.
maybe this is proof that she's
What do you
just
mean?
like
No, I'm
the
just
antithesis to.
Well, I'm not really sure. Like, whatever. It's like the name's made up of syllables that I can actually probably hear. So one, I can kind of hear myself saying it, and two, I can hear you guys say it as well.
You always have very fun, different ways of saying things that I like.
This is news to me. I'm pretty sure I speak normal.
Pat on the head.
It's all in the delivery, as they
It's all in the
say.
delivery.
All in the
Anyway,
delivery.
Carolyn Limit.
Limit.
fucking climbing out-
Instantly proving my point.
Goodness. We derailed completely, I feel.
I'm not even sure what I said. Like,
You said Carolyn Limit.
Okay, so Carolyn Limit.
Yeah.
Climbing up a tree, like swinging from fucking branch to branch and shit.
Why are you thinking of this?
the goblin like try to steal children.
Do goblins swing like Tarzan?
No, not my goblin. Not according to my goblin lore.
Oh man, I gotta get caught up to date with all the kinds of goblins.
My goblin lore is like they're based off of naked mole rats in space stuff.
Space stuff.
I do love the
Yes.
goblin lore.
Yeah. I wrote
Goblin
several pages worth, and I was gonna put them like in a few games and stuff, but then it's been a while since I worked on the prototypes.
Hmm.
Yeah, what
Whisper has a bunch of goblin lore up as well.
You have goblin lore?
Everybody's into goblins. Riley,
Yeah?
you know something about goblins.
My goblins
What-
turned
what,
blue
huh?
after they became jellyfish people.
You know, your favorite goblin, Krenko.
Oh yeah, I love Krenko.
Mm,
I love getting gang
Magic-
fucked by Krenko and his banner of
Magic
kinship.
Magic the Gathering goblins. That's what we're talking
Stick
about.
that banner right up your butt.
I don't like that.
What's this about? Cranko fan fiction?
We're getting butt fucked by
Krenko.
Krenko.
X.
I can't quite hear what you're saying. Cranko X Riley? Okay.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Man. This felt like such a scattered episode.
This is what the brains are like lately. This is what the brains are like. But thanks for everybody who did get this far. If you
Yeah.
did, congratulations on your fortitude.
Yeah, for real though. Thank you to Anseridae for showing up today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Special.
You know what they
yes.
say? Don't let Carolyn Levitt break in through your window at night.
That is a terrifying image.
That is an absolutely horrendous.
Who is the worst person in the White House who you would like, the last person you would want to see break into your home?
The thing is that there is an actual right answer.
Stephen
to that
Miller.
question.
Uh,
Stephen Miller.
Stephen Miller is the correct answer. If I saw Stephen Miller in my home, I actually would
Stephen Miller.
think it's all over. Like I
Like,
feel like
out of
yeah.
all of them, like just
he is like a
just to,
creature
like-
of the night.
you think it's Nosferatu, right?
Yeah.
Or
Literally, he
Stephen
does
like,
kind of
if
look
this
like a
guy broke into
Nosferatu.
your house in the middle of the night.
He does kind of look like he
I'd be
would like
concerned.
in some of these images where
And
you
he
get to
gives
see
you
his
this
ears.
look. He just stands
Yeah.
at the end of your bed looking at you like this.
His head is
exactly.
built like a light bulb. You can, like he's got like a noggin, man. Like his that light bulb on the ceiling isn't doing his forehead any justice though. Like he's really like reflecting that shit. He looks like he's got like a superhero logo on his forehead, you know? Like he's like a big N.
The end is for Nosferatu, by the way.
Yeah, God, fucking real.
For his favorite word.
But yes, on that note, it's Miller time.
It's Miller
Like, he
time.
just stands there, gives you this look, and says it's Miller time.
And then you never feel
all
your
the
lower
lights
half of
go
your
out.
body again.
So all the lights go out.
He punches you in the fucking
Right,
face.
you're gonna have to
Give
make
him away!
that-
Get him out of here! Get him out of here! Get him out of here!
It's a new style dog picture that Riley surfed.
Mm.
Really, you're gonna have to Photoshop Stephen Miller Nosferatu, Lamau.
Stephen Miller, but in like his skin is that bleeding tooth mushroom.
Ew, no.
Bleeding,
Ew.
bleeding
I gotta
tooth
make-
mushroom.
I'll
Is
make
that what you said?
yeah the one that we looked at last week that made me like cringe.
Oh, the mushroom.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll make Joe Biden Hamas. I'll post it on the community page too. No, stop it! I have to edit this fucking episode. Stop. I'll post the Hamas Joe Biden Stop it. I really fucking hate it. I really actually hate it. It is disgusting. I hate it.
Riley's afraid of a specific mushroom.
I am. I don't like that mushroom. It's fucking disgusting. It looks like it's a.
What if I said that mushroom doesn't like you either, huh?
I would
How
be.
does that make you
It'd
feel?
make me scared more. It'd make me much scared more.
All this talk is mushrooms is just making me hungry for mushrooms.
You know, like mushrooms are intelligent beings. Like one of them's gonna hear you, and you're gonna start seeing them like grow
say it.
closer and
Don't-
closer to your
don't say
heart.
that.
for
Don't
president,
say-
like right now,
We'd vote for it.
while there isn't currently an election right now. That'd be funny.
That's like a Democrat like sleeper candidate or something. Like they're like, holy shit, this is our guy who's gonna like win over Gen Z, and it's like some mycelium.
Those videos where they open the front door and it's just snow. Like
Yeah.
it's a wall of snow.
Yeah.
Just that, but the bleeding tooth mushroom.
No. No.
It
No.
starts like breathing.
I'd
Can
kill
you
myself.
imagine like a breathing motion?
No, I can't imagine because my throat would be slit by a fucking kitchen knife. I would not live in a world like that. That'd be too much.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining, everyone.
the
Thank
Squeaky
you.
Dog Cast.
This podcast episode is
Alright.
fucking psychotic. You know what? This episode kind of just gave me the feeling
did
that
they
you get
say?
when you like rub your eyes after like you wake up. That's kind of what this episode felt like.
Yeah. What do they say? It's gangstering time.
It's
Is that what
It's gangster
something like
time.
that. Something like that. I think.
time.
Yeah.
This episode
Gangster
makes me think of that time I ate a bad batch of mushrooms and thought I was going to die because the sky was going to crush me. It was either a bad batch of mushrooms or a really good batch of mushrooms, but you know that depends on how you
If-
like to party.
If I make Joe Biden, Jade, can we delay this episode by a day so that tomorrow I can work on Joe Biden Hamas and make that the
Sure,
thumbnail?
nobody's getting the early episodes right now anyway. You know?
All right, I'll work on that today. I'll start working on that today and finish it tomorrow probably. Everyone else though,
Okay.
have a great day. Wonderful
Have a
day.
grand fucking time, you
Yeah.
assholes.
Merry fucking Christmas, as they say.
Yeah. Goodbye,
It's
everyone.
Christmas time, right?
Yeah, it is Christmas time, I think.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Good
Bye.
night. Don't let the white people lick your toes at night.
Mhm. Yeah.
As they say,
Yeah.
common American phrase.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm hitting the fucking ending button.